Tak a teď se pobavíme o tomhle konceptu. Let's talk about this concept bike. You have a word.
Thank you very much. So this is a glimpse into what MV future is going to look like in the next few years. But to start to talk about the future, I would like to start from one little thing from the past. So if you look on the side of this motorcycle, you can see the name, which is emmevi. What is emmevi? At the very beginning of the history of MV Agusta, when they started producing the first MV 98 cc bike, so 8 years ago next year, they engraved in all the engines and the exhaust system and also the handlebar the sign emmevi, which is the correct pronunciation of the acronym MV, which stands for Meccanica Verghera, like Verghera, which is a place, mechanics, like the name of the company.
Yes.
So MV is the correct way of pronouncing MV. So they did that to educate people on how to correctly pronounce the company name. And we took that name and we put it into what is going to be a future model of MV Agusta. Now, there's not much that I can disclose now in terms of specifications for this bike for two reasons. I would ruin the surprise, like telling before Christmas what is going to the gift is going to be like, but also because this bike is currently being tested and developed in Varese. So this motorcycle, now you can see the engine that is on this motorcycle is a 4-cylinder engine, but this is not the final one. So everything that you see on this bike is under study, is under development, and everything is being tested. It's still designed to be a perfect blend of design, performance, comfort, and style, and attention to details. But what I can tell you is that when this motorcycle is going to be produced, like all MV Agusta, it's going to be entirely made, developed, built, and designed in MV Agusta in Varese, and that's one of the future models that people will have access to, and customers and MV Agusta fans will have access to at dealers in the next few years. I cannot tell you when exactly, because that will ruin the surprise. But that's the emmevi concept, and that's what it is. It is a glimpse into MV Agusta's future.
Okay, I will have a few questions, may I?
Yeah, of course.
First of all, I would like to say it's beautiful, the red yokes. It's really nice detail. What about the engine? There are some ribs on the side of it. It's just design or some function?
It is a blend of function and design, but as I said, there's not much that I can disclose now about the engine, the displacement, or the architecture of the engine or the electronic specs. Because it's still super confidential.
Okay, understand. Another question: what volume of capacity of the engine is 750 or 1000?
Again, that's one of the things that I'm not allowed to disclose. So it's still under development.
And what about the wheels? I see they are cast wheels or forged wheels? Cast.
It should be cast. You have also some spokes, as you can see.
And that's my question. What about the spokes?
Yeah, the spokes. It's gonna be, so this is a prototype wheel, so it's not gonna be the final one, because wheels on top of being aesthetically functional, they also have compliance with safety and durability standards. So this is still under test. But like, for example, the Super Veloce Serie Oro, which you can see on the other side of the booth, that has both cast and spoke wheels. That is a design feature that is being made and that is being implemented to make it even more precious. This one, it's going to be very similar. So a lot of the things that this bike will feature, it's mainly to make it even more precious. So not only technical, so not only performance, not only technical specification, but also details and choices that are meant to give additional value to whoever purchase this motorcycle when it will come out.
Okay, beauty is important.
Beauty is one of the fundamental pillars for MV Agusta. So obviously performance is key, reliability is key, design is key, technology is key, but there's nothing that can be left outside, but nothing will exist without the final research for aesthetic and beauty. So every single detail of MV Agusta, you go next to any of these bikes, and you will see the details, the amount of attention that is put into the details, from the signatures, the stickers, the welding, the cables hidden, the choices of material, the choices of lines, and the aesthetics. Everything is done to be made elegant and beautiful. And that's something that MV Agusta cannot that must be loyal to. It needs to always be the best research for design and aesthetics possible for all of our bikes.
Understand. Can you tell me a few words about the cooperation with KTM and CF Moto? How happy you are in Varese about the cooperation, etc.?
Well, I think one of the biggest statements that we have is the booth itself. I don't know if you filmed the entire Peter Mobility stand, but I think it's a very nice message on how the group is one thing. It's cohesive and we're working very well together. The best thing about the Peter Mobility group is that one of the first things that was understood by the group immediately at the start of this cooperation is that EMMEvi Agusta needs to be to remain EMMEvi Agusta. So to be built in Varese, to be developed in Varese, and to be respecting the standards and the pillars that EMMEvi Agusta is true. So what we are getting from KTM is help. So helping systems, helping IT technology, investments to make the factory even more efficient. But the Peter Mobility Group, so KTM, if you want to call it that way, has understood immediately that for EMMEvi Agusta to be EMMEvi Agusta, everything needs to remain in Varese like a jewel, like something precious that you preserve where it was born. And that's very, very important. So if you ask me, but you ask any of my colleagues, I think the answer to the question, how do you feel about the partnership? I feel great, because finally there is a partner for this legendary brand that has knowledge on how to conduct business with the motorcycle industry, understands the motorcycle industry, is a leader in the market for the motorcycle industry, and has the capability of supporting whatever we need to do with the right system, with the right technology, without interfering with the identity of EMMEvi Agusta.
Great. Stefano, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
We
stay in contact, and I'm gonna translate it a little bit in Czech, so you're free now.
Thank you
Just
very much.
tell me.
I'll see you in the factory.
Yeah, thank you. And this is for sale or just for good customers?
This is for you.
Don't you tell me, really?
Yeah, you can keep it.
Really?
Yeah.
May I hug you?
Of course you can.
Please, can you keep for me telephone on the edges? Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure. That's a pleasure.
Thank you.
You can keep it. Here is it's the anniversary book that we made. So here you have the first 98, so the MV 98, where on the engine on the other side was written emmevi. And here you have the Super Veloce 98. The Super Veloce 98 was made in 2023, because 2023 was the 80th anniversary of the very first prototype engine that was ever built in EMMEvi Agusta. So to celebrate the anniversary year, we created this book that goes throughout the entire history and model range of EMMEvi Agusta that was ever made.
Cool. Thank you so much.
It's a little bit heavier than the normal brochures that you would get in EICMA, but it's a good read, so you're gonna love it.
Thank you so much.
No worries, mate.
Thank you, sir.
Pleasure.
Tak já vám to přeložím.
Thank you. No worries.
Tak, tahle motorka je koncept, na kterém zkoušejí různé věci. Momentálně je tam 4válcový motor, ale ani jestli to je 7 nebo litr, mi Stefano neprozradil. Já oceňuju ty nádherný červený brejle v tom polomatu, i když já bych radši, aby byly lesklý. Ten budík u nádrže umožňuje to, že na to světlo si můžete dát spacák a karimatku. No a oboustranná kivka, trochu netradiční věc v poslední době na EMMEvi Agustě. Nápis emmevi je tak, jak se vyslovuje MV, a je to mechanika Varese, jestli se nepletu. Jo? Takhle to začalo ta firma, už si nepamatuju, v kolikátém roce to začalo, jak říkal, ale v té angličtině jste tomu určitě mohli rozumět, tak si vraťte video o kousek zpátky. No a na té motorce testují různé věci, jak by měly vypadat MV Agusty, zkoušejí prostě různé přístupy k designu, zkoušejí technologie a to je asi všechno k tomu konceptu. A ještě jsem se zeptal na spolupráci s KTM, s CF Motem, tak Pierre Group koupilo MV Agustu, jestli si to dobře pamatuju, nevím, jestli si vyměnili akcie, nebo jestli přímo to koupili. A Stefano oceňuje to, že jim pomáhají prostě s vývojem elektroniky a systému, jo? Což je poměrně náročná věc. Mimochodem všimněte si toho vybrání na té přední vidlici, jo? Asymetrickýho, maličko. No a ten kryt té přední toho kotouče je taky hezký, takový do retra prostě a přivádí vzduch chlazení cmenu. Takže tak. Dobrý. Je tam i kousek karbonu, podívejte. Aby to krylo ten kluzák té vidlice. Hezký detaily. Víčko MV s nápisem, jo. Tak to má být prostě. Uzavřený nádobky na kapalinu. Zrcátka CNCčkovaný. Vidíte tam ty kroužky, jak se to odráží. No teďka zrovna se to neodráží. Já bych na to loupnul radši jako obliny, tak jak to bývalo v 60. letech, ale prostě to je jako můj přístup k věci. Ta motorka je nádherná a tím bych to uzavřel. Přátelé, mějte se, dostal jsem knížku, z toho jsem úplně odvařený a domluvíme návštěvu přímo továrny, kde natočíme něco dalšího. Vy si mějte nádherně, mrkněte i na druhý video tady o té omezené sérii 6 kusů. Kdo chcete kurz bezpečný jízdy, www.jezdilip.cz a odebírejte tenhle kanál, i miluji auta a miluji lyže. Čest jak pes.